But, before you go, I wanted to know, since you're intimately involved, and I could have asked Christine, but of course, the conversation, we had other stuff talking about. In terms of the timeline, she may be the best person to say, but, you're intimately involved too. So please tell me, how old is Nathan? Do you know how old?
Nathan is 7.
7. So if she has been to 6 conferences, right, it means that the Nathan Ebanks Foundation was created very close to his birth.
But you know what? Christine would definitely be the one to answer all the logistics pertaining to when the foundations and all that was started, because I came on board like maybe about 5 years ago, just to say, okay, I'm here if you need help. I'll be a part of the advisory committee. And as she was going through, whatever help I could give. Now, last year is when I really got involved, because when she told me he had regressed. Do you understand me? So I can only speak on what it is that we are trying to do from last year to whenever.
And you're doing just fine, because I don't need exact dates. I just need timelines. So that is helpful already. So Nathan is 7. The foundation was formed very close after his birth, and then you're talking about last year, 2011. You signed on, and you guys came up with the idea of creating the Facebook group, Fighting for Disabilities, right? And then subsequent to that, you are associated with a community or an association in Connecticut. I know we call it JAC. I know it's JAC, Jamaica.
The Jamaican
American Connection. All right. So and you're having a function now. The function and the fundraiser you had, was it with her in mind, or was it a separate function and you decided to make her the guest speaker, or was it totally around this whole Nathan Ebanks Foundation?
Oh, she was invited to be the keynote because we wanted to share with the Jamaican community in Connecticut her work here in Jamaica.
Okay. And you were raising, what was the primary purpose of your function?
Our function was a scholarship, it's a Trailblazer scholarship banquet. And one of the things that we are trying to do is to create a scholarship endowment to help children of the Caribbean diaspora to further their education. And we're not trying to concentrate on kids who are just entering college. It's any advancement whatsoever. They need help. So that was our first banquet. And the Trailblazer factor of it is a Jamaican or someone from the Caribbean who has made a difference living in the United States, especially in the Greater New Haven area of Connecticut. And so we try to honor the Jamaicans that are making a difference. And then we try to bring from the outside, some people like Christine. Our next banquet or keynote speaker is going to be Devon Harris. And, just try to connect people, bring information to them, share. Again, if you have this, the information, you can make informed decisions. And so that's where we are.
Okay, great. That sounds good. And this is made up with people from all walks of life, just Jamaicans, the Jamaican diaspora, pretty much. It's not. This is made up of Jamaicans from all walks of life in the Jamaican diaspora. It's not limited to any particular alumni group or community.
The Nathan Ebanks Foundation is going to be our connection to Jamaica in the sense that we will fundraise for them. We will support them. We happen to send down 6 barrels of books. When did we send it? Last year. Towards the end of the year, they got them. And JC, your school, to get some of the books. But we try to help, because part of the Nathan Ebanks Foundation is not just children with disability, it's also special needs. And the special needs come on, so many other aspects, but education is one of them. And we wanted to make sure that we could at least help to give reading materials, whether for leisure or for the education, because we also said in the barrels there were sets of encyclopedias, there was iBooks and all of those things, so that they have resources and so that's what the Jamaican American Connection has done so far with the Nathan Ebanks Foundation. And as we see a need, we just try to step in.
So the books that were donated to JC and other schools was a collaboration between the two foundations?
Yes.
Okay, great. Last question I want, and that is to do with, you also have a foundation yourself as well, right?
Yes.
It deals with, it's an academy.
Right, it is with cosmetology.
Alright, and you're dealing with the other foundation that dealt with scholarships. Are the two in any way related, or you're just doing your own thing separate?
No, they're all separate. Everything is separate entities. It's just that, I'm a part
of all these things. Well, you're wearing all these hats. So I say you're wearing all of these hats, right? Different hats.
I'm wearing all these hats.
So, but there's no way that somebody can get a scholarship to come to your academy? There's no way someone can get a scholarship through your other connection, Jamaican American Connection, to come to your academy?
They probably could, but I wouldn't want to do that. You don't want to mix,
You want to keep it separate.
You want to keep it separate, because then sometimes when you start mixing, things get murky. The Healthcare Academy of Cosmetology 501c3 will deal with, their students and seeking the funds for them. As a member of the Jamaican American Connection, I will seek funds we will help seek funds for people who are applying into the Jamaican American Connection Scholarship Endowment Funds. So we just keep them separate. And if we need to raise funds for the Nathan Ebanks Foundation, then we'll have a fundraiser just for that as well. So we just try to keep everything separate. It's just that in the mix of all of it, you see Karaine.
Sitting on all these boards, huh?
Sitting on all these boards,
and don't have time to scratch your hair. You'd have time to scratch your hair, which is... I say you don't have time to scratch your head, which is probably a good thing, because you won't have a bald spot.
I don't even have time to scratch my head. And I'm trying to, I was just told the other day that I'm not as involved in this St. Andrew, but it's not even that I can't take it up. I am
overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed, yeah.